Welcome to Hybus News. This is the weekend capsule of the week gone by. Clarifying Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement from the all-party meeting on Friday that no one had entered the Indian territory or captured any military post, the government on Saturday said that the violence of June 15th happened because China was trying to erect structures just across the line of actual control, and that it did not desist from such actions. The all-party meeting was also informed at the same time that the Chinese forces had come in much larger strength to the LAC and that the Indian response is commensurate with that. As regard the transgression of the LAC, it was clearly stated that the violence in Galwan on June 15th arose because the Chinese were seeking to erect structures just across the LAC and refused to desist from such actions. House of Elders Rajya Sabha gets younger and NDA stronger. In the Rajya Sabha elections held to the 19 seats in 10 states held on Friday, the Bharatiya Janata Party won 8 and Congress 4. The strength of the upper house now stands at 244 and BJP tally goes up from 75 to 86 and the NDA tally is expected to cross 100. The Congress has 41 seats against 61 vacancies created by retiring members, while 42 were filled by MPs who were elected unopposed. Elections to the remaining 19 vacancies were held on Friday. The prominent first-timers entering the upper house, including BJP's Jyotiraditya Scindia, Congress's Mallikarjun Kharge and K.C. Venugopal, former Deputy Speaker M. Thambidurai, and former Speaker of the composite Andhra Pradesh Assembly, K.R. Suresh Reddy. Among the other heavyweights who made it to the Rajya Sabha includes the former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda, Congress's Digvijay Singh, and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha's Shibu Soren. After the 13th day of non-stop rate hikes on Friday, the price of diesel in the country touched a new lifeline high of Rs 77.06 in New Delhi. It had reached the earlier record high of 75.69 on October 16, 2018, when the Brent crude had breached the $80 a barrel mark. Petrol is at a 19th-month high. Petrol and diesel prices were also hiked by 56 paisa and 63 paisa per litre on respectively on this day, taking the cumulative increase in the rates to 7 rupees 11 paisa and 7 rupees 67 paisa respectively in less than 2 weeks. While petrol price in Delhi hit 78.37 rupees per litre, the difference being with the diesel here closing steadily. Diesel and petrol sold for rupees 74.93 and 84.66 per litre respectively in Mumbai. In Hyderabad, the price is 81.88 for petrol and 75.91 for diesel as on 20th of June. Hammering home his deal-making skills, Reliance Industries Limited CMD Mukesh Ambani released a statement on Friday morning stating that the company had become net debt-free more than 9 months ahead of the schedule, which was just the kind of steroid shot the markets needed, as both the Sensex and the RIL share price somersaulted, with the latter reaching an all-time high of almost Rs 1,789, taking the company's market value cap to beyond 11 lakh crore mark, making it the first Indian company to achieve that kind of market capitalization. That is 50% more than the stimulus package announced by the government in May. Along with the Rs 7,000 crore invested by BP into the fuel retailing business, RIL raised Rs 1.75 lakh crore, far exceeding the net debt of Rs 1.61 lakh crore. However, according to certain brokerage reports, RIL, which had a net gross debt of 3.36 lakh crores with cash reserve of 1.75 lakh crore, may actually have the debt between 2.4 lakh crore and 2.6 lakh crore, and doesn't include the spectrum liabilities of over 20,000 crore, where some of its debt was transferred to the subsidiaries. India will witness the deepest annual solar eclipse of the century on Sunday, when the sun appearing behind the necklace of pearls around 30 seconds during the maximum phase along the narrow corridor running through Rajasthan, Haryana and Uttarakhand. The eclipse will be partial in the rest of the country, with the next eclipse visible from the country 11 years away in 2031. This is a big astronomical event for India. The prominent places within the narrow circle path of the eclipse are Dehradun, Kurukshetra, Shamoli, Joshinath, Sirsa and Surtagar. The partial eclipse will be visible in India from different places at different timings between 9:56 am and 2:28 pm. A total of 8 terrorists were killed during an encounter with the security forces in Jammu and Kashmir in 2 locations. According to the details received, the terrorists were killed in Shopian while the rest were killed in Pampore. During the parallel ongoing encounters, security forces had launched a cordon and search operation at Mij in Pampore of Pulwama in South Kashmir on Thursday. After receiving specific information about the presence of militants there, a police official confirmed these killings. He said that the search operation turned into an encounter after the militants fired upon the search party of the forces who retaliated. The auction of the 41 coal blocks announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to attract Rs 33,000 crores in investments, with private miners sharing revenues with the government. Ending 7 decades of restrictions, India on Thursday fully opened its commercial coal mining for the private sector through auctions designed to boost production, reduce imports and raise state revenues. Thursday's decision to auction the coal blocks formalizes last month's Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs decision to begin a new process to award coal and lignite blocks. The blocks are located in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Orissa and Maharashtra. 17 earthquakes in 3 months. Is Delhi NCR in for aftershocks? Is a stronger earthquake coming? That is the question many people have. After the recent tremors in Delhi NCR, do not point to a big event, though the earthquake cannot be ruled out, says the Wadia Institute of Himalayan Technology under the Department of Science and Technology. It is said that the tremors were not unusual in the Delhi NCR area, but indicates that the strain energy built up in the region. Rohtak recorded a mild tremor on June 19th and 20th. All the earthquakes in Delhi NCR are due to the release of the strain energy, which has been accumulated as a result of the northward movement of the Indian tectonic plate and its collision with the Eurasian plate through the fault or weak zones, the institute said in a statement. Is India battle ready? That's a question politicians and armed force experts have been asking each other. India is not expecting a war with China on the border issue, but is fully battle ready if such a situation arises, said Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhaduria on Saturday. He was in Hyderabad for the passing out parade at the Air Force Academy in Dundigal. We are not at war with China, but we are fully geared to meet any contingency arising out of the recent conflict on the line of actual control, said the Air Force Chief. The Army has already given a statement to this effect. At the same time, the Air Force is also ready to supplement the efforts of the Army by deploying additional battalions to meet the contingency if required, he said. Asked whether more fighters, aircraft be moved into the Leh and Srinagar in view of his visits, Bhaduria said the IAF has air bases at several strategic locations in the country, not just Leh. We shall assess the situation and to go about with our deployments, he said. However, Indian Air Force has stepped up its deployments in the recent conflicts with China post-May, he added. Narendra Modi on Saturday announced the employment scheme for migrant workers, saying that during the coronavirus lockdown, the talent from the cities returned to the villages and it will now give a boost to the development in the rural areas. Launching the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan, Mr. Modi said there are some people who might not appreciate the efforts of the villagers in the fight against the COVID-19, but he applauds them for their efforts. The way the villagers have fought the coronavirus has taught the big lessons to the cities, he added. Underlining that migrant workers were always in the centre's thoughts during the lockdown, the Prime Minister said, it's an endeavour of his government that workers get jobs near home and help in the development of the villages. Those are the top 10 capsules from the week gone by. See you next week. Thank you for watching.